Oh, it was
We were
awesome.
joking downstairs. I've never been talked into getting in another man's bathtub. So
Yeah, we became best friends that day, brother.
you're like, you got to get in here. It's hydrogenated water. And then I did it, and I'm sitting in there. I'm like, I can't believe I got in this fucking guy's bathtub. And sure as shit, like you told me, hey, if you have any aches, pains, it's all going to go away. And I was like, yeah, right. And I'll be damned, man. Like, I didn't notice it right away. I noticed it the next morning.
Yeah, that's how
why
long it
usually
takes.
it hurts the most. And no shoulder pain, no back pain, no knee pain. And I was like, okay, there's something to this.
Yeah.
And I took, like I told you, I took pictures of all the little devices that hydrogenate the water and started Googling around and got in touch with one of the companies and really started researching it. And so I'm going to get all that stuff.
Dude, there's a website called hydrogenstudies.com. You can go there for free. It's all the consolidated research on hydrogen gas, using hydrogen to increase circulation, reduce inflammation, improve cognitive function. I mean, just go there and read it. There's animal and human studies on there. You can select out the animal studies and read the human clinical trials. I think it's the best kept secret in all of modern medicine. I mean, for athletic performance, I mean, you talk to like a John Jones or a Michael Chandler or, some of these other athletes that I've worked with, simple changes to their regimen, like having them bathe in hydrogen water, having them drink hydrogen water, and the reduction in pain level and the improvement in performance, because of the reduction in inflammation. But most people that are in the kind of pain that you were in, knees, hips, shoulders, rotator cuff, low back, they're on corticosteroids, anti-inflammatories like a methotrexate or dexamethasone or prednisone, called Medrol Dosepax, or they're taking pain medication. When you can actually take a warm bath in hydrogen gas and get the same effect. And it not only can last longer, it can potentially permanently reverse those conditions.
No kidding.
Oh yeah. I mean, after,
How did you, I don't want to get too far in the weeds because we're just starting out.
Okay, right.
I know we'll get more into this, but I don't want to forget this question. I mean, how the hell did you even, like, who comes up with, like, I mean, to me, this is like,
you asked like 4 questions.
to me, this is like psychedelics. Like,
Yeah.
who picked up the toad and rubbed it and ate the venom?
Yeah,
or
that's what I
smoked
wanna
the
know.
venom. Who came up with that?
Right.
And so I want to know, like, how did you find hydrogen and its benefits?
My undergraduate degrees are in biology, and my postgraduate degrees are in human biology. So I've always been like crazy fascinated with the human body. And the more I study the human body, the more it's actually strengthened my faith. The more I believe that this was created by a divine being and it wasn't by accident. Like, you'll never convince me that 2 bacteria banged a billion years ago in a mud puddle and a lizard grew out and eventually we became Homo sapiens, and here we are, right? And it doesn't even make sense evolutionarily because there's huge gaps in the fossil record, but we can talk about that later. But I've been fascinated by the human body, and I just believe so much more in what God gave us than what man makes us. And we become a society that's just become so dependent on chemicals, on synthetics, on pharmaceuticals. But when you really start to look at the research, which I'm fascinated by, like my heroes are the scientists and the PhDs and the MDs and the researchers that are doing real work, studying real human beings to try to extend life and improve humanity. And what you find in most of this research is that we're just getting back to the basics, right? Sunlight, grounding, breath work, whole foods. So hydrogen's been, I mean, you're probably 60% hydrogen by weight. I mean, think of the percentage of water you are. And it's harmless to human beings. But this gas has anti-inflammatory properties. It feeds a whole class of bacteria in our gut. It's improves circulation. It improves the absorption of our supplements, our nutrients. So, simple things like switching to drinking hydrogen water, like using a hydrogen water bottle or hydrogen tablets, bathing in hydrogen water, water that's been circulated through a machine that just adds hydrogen gas to the water. Game changers. Psoriasis, eczema, and don't take my word for it. Google around, go to hydrogenstudies.com, read the research for yourself.